Across Australia, New Zealand and the South Pacific, this is the week's Adventist news in focus.
Hello, it's great to have your company this week. I'm Sibel Kute. The head of the Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse has addressed Australia's National Council of Churches, outlining the Commission's progress and recommendations already made. Justice Peter McClellan noted the positive changes religious organisations have begun to make in response to the Royal Commission, but said that there needed to be a decided break with the traditional belief that children should be seen and not heard. The Commissioner gave a breakdown of the more than 16,000 allegations of abuse that have been made to the Royal Commission. 43% of these allegations have been directly linked to religious organisations, the Catholic Church foremost amongst them. Over the next 2 months, public hearings will commence into alleged abuses at Salvation Army and Melbourne Catholic institutions. The Royal Commission has not made its hearing schedule public beyond November. Justice McClellan said, however, that the Commission is due to complete its work by the end of 2017. New research from the University of Queensland suggests that women who drink alcohol around the time of conception may be increasing their child's risk of developing obesity and diabetes in later life. The study of laboratory rats found that it only took the rat equivalent of 5 standard drinks at the time of conception to produce offspring that struggled to properly regulate their blood sugar. In the light of statistics that show 50% of pregnancies are unplanned, an alcohol-free lifestyle as recommended by a number of religious groups may be the only safe way to go.
It is an animal study, there's no question about that. However, it's one more piece of the jigsaw puzzle that shows us over and over again the detrimental damage that alcohol does to the human body in so many different ways.
Christian organisations across Europe are pitching in to help as floods of migrants stream across or settle in their territory. Anglican churches have been conducting fundraising drives, and World Vision is on the ground in Serbia near the Hungarian border. The Adventist Development and Relief Agency, or ADRA, has been collecting food, clothes and other emergency supplies for newly arrived refugees in southern Europe, including 12.5 tons of donations for the crowds gathering on the Greek island of Lesbos. Local congregations are helping too, with some making church buildings available as emergency accommodation. Pope Francis has called on every Catholic parish and religious community in Europe to host a migrant family, saying that he'll lead the way by putting up 2 families at the Vatican. Although the United States presidential election is still more than a year away, there's plenty of commentary on the candidates. Among the Republican nominees, surprisingly, it's the 2 non-politicians who are ahead in the opinion polls. And according to a report by Christian Post, their religious beliefs have been part of the public discussion. Outspoken businessman Donald Trump says that he believes in God and that the Bible is his favourite book. However, when put on the spot, he declined to nominate his favourite Bible verse. Retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson has no problem quoting the Bible, but his religious identity as a Seventh-day Adventist has prompted a number of critical articles in mainstream media. For more Christian news from around the world, check out the videos at our website, record.net.au. And this week, the full half hour of Record in Focus also includes these special features. We've all heard of Muslim extremism, but Buddhist extremism?
It's also traditions of warrior monks in Japan. There's traditions of of looking at violence and asking what violence is justified and what isn't, just like there is in Christianity.
Sure.
How do you know when your child is ready for school?
You know, if mum and dads are out there listening, I think we encourage to say, look, don't just look at the child itself, that little boy, little girl, is the child ready? He or she may look as if they're ready, but is the school ready? Is the home ready for this change?
And we meet a woman who thought God's plan for her life was set until everything went wrong.
You know what, God, I don't understand your plan and I don't know what you're doing, or I don't get it, but you're big enough and scary enough and ugly enough to manage all the stuff that's going on in my life.
Well worth a look. Hey, thanks for watching this week. I'll see you next time on InFocus Adventist News. God bless.
Bye.